hope all of you are doing well. So this is day 1, year 2 of the Halloween horror, and today I'm going to be reviewing one of my personal favorites, They Live, starring Rowdy Piper and Keith David. So Rowdy Piper, he is this drifter, this loner who ends up trying to look for some work, and he gets a construction job where of course he meets Keith David, and Keith David shows him this area that's filled with, in a way I guess you could say, homeless people. And Roddy Piper starts to notice something going on across the street at this church, and one of the members of this homeless group tends to go back and forth, and things seem to be suspicious. So eventually the cops pretty much do this like SWAT into the church and push everybody out, which is kind of weird, and he starts to realize things are not what they seem to be. And eventually, once things are cleared out and things seem to be going pretty well, he comes across a box full of sunglasses, and when he puts one of them on, he starts to realize that things aren't as they seem. He notices a lot of people are these ugly alien-looking creatures, and the billboard signs are pretty much, giving them messages of what they should do, which to me, this film still holds up. And he tries to convince Keith David's character he wants nothing to do with it after Roddy Piper's character has gone on a rampage killing people. But he does convince him, and he starts to realize that, he wasn't kidding, and they both go into hiding. Eventually they meet the guy at the beginning of the film that was, feeding them and was going back and forth at this church, and kind of recruit them on everything. And and their plan is to pretty much take out the satellite, so that way everybody can wake up and see them for what they truly are. It's a really fun movie. It definitely holds up, I will say that. It's one of those movies that everyone has seen, so there's not a whole lot I can say about it. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, definitely check it out. It's a fun one. It's alien invasion, action, it's got all these different genres into one. But it's definitely an interesting one, to say the least, and I do feel like the film definitely holds up to this day. Roddy Piper is fantastic. It's a shame that he we lost him. I will state this: there is a Mandela effect on this one. So there's a scene where he goes into the bank and he has sunglasses on, and he states, I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of gum. And for some odd reason, I always thought it was, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, but I'm all out of bubble, all out of gum. So it's just weird. I always thought it was the other way, but no, it was chewing bubble gum and then kicking ass. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and definitely a Mandela effect in my eyes. But yeah, definitely one to check out. Keith David, fantastic actor, pretty much in everything. Did a lot of horror throughout his career, and he's still acting to this day. And there's a few other ones, but I feel like Roddy Piper and Keith David are the well-known, established big names. Meg Foster, I think, is like the supposedly love interest, but not really. But yeah, definitely one of John Carpenter's, can't speak, definitely one of John Carpenter's better ones, I would think. That's just my personal opinion. Tons of features, which is definitely worth checking out. And the quality on this is okay for the most part. It doesn't fill up the whole TV screen. You got the black widescreen bars, which I thought was pretty weird, and it's definitely grainy, that's for sure. But it also depends on your depends on your TV. I feel like depending on what type of brand you have and what type of specific model, I feel like some of the 4K releases like this one will stand out a little bit more. But nonetheless, a really great film. And thank you guys for tuning in to day 1 of the second year of the Halloween horror. I thank you guys, and don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what your thoughts are on They Live. Until next time, guys, I am from Talk with Mikey, and we'll talk films. Peace.